Hello, my name is Juan Ortega. I'm currently living in Coachella Valley with both my parents. They are both agricultural field workers that work a 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. shift, while only resting on Sundays. I was born in Tepatitlán, Mexico on January 29, 2000. When I was born, I lived in Mexico for the first 4 years of my life. I don't remember much, but memories that come here and there. I have three older sisters who have helped me very much as a growing young adult. When I came to the United States, we had obtained a tourist visa. We had 6 months to use it. That's why my parents decided to take a trip to San Francisco. We left our stuff at home. My sister had mentioned to me that they would hug everyone and tell everyone goodbye, thinking they were going to come back. In reality, we were all set to stay here in the United States. This was a decision made by my parents, who initially wanted the best for us to succeed. I remember having to move schools every time we couldn't adapt to an area. My parents were scared of the outcomes for staying over their visa due time. We eventually moved to Coachella Valley, where rent was lower but not enough for our family. I was put in a public school and spent the rest of my elementary days there. Once I started to mature, I realized how my parents struggled to maintain the family. You never know as a child. You don't see the same thing that your parents see. It's all fun and games till you actually start to realize the agony in trying to pay off monthly rent. When I think back to when I was younger and the ice cream man would pass by, I was eager to buy my bag of chips. I would run to my dad asking for spare change. He noticed in my huge eyes water clogging up while my hand was left in midair waiting to receive the dollar. In efforts to feed my happiness, he would take me. If you really think about it, $1 isn't much, but when you're the only one working in the family and with $9.50 hour pay, it becomes a living hell. You start to think, did you make the right decision into leaving everything behind and starting a new life? My parents knew what they needed to do. We didn't have the money, but we had faith and love. In the long run, being educated and having a degree would pay back everything they did in the hopes of us becoming someone. I'm 19 years old, on my second year of community college. The dreams of going into university was distorted, since we knew paying a $38,000 tuition every year would have not been possible. I was blessed by the love and faith of God. Before the deadline of the FAFSA application, which was March 2nd, I was in Mexico Juarez trying to get my residency. Staying 1 week in those rooms made me think how nerve-wracking it was to wait on a piece of paper. Once my interview came, it was fast and easy. The person interviewing me noticed that I was going to graduate from high school in the following months. Due to that, she sent me back. On the last Friday, which was March 2nd, I had the chance to apply to the federal aid student application. Already been awarded the DREAM Act, I later did a conversion form that led me to receive government aid and my driver's license. My classes are all paid for, and every cent I receive, I save it because I know I will need to pay for my university years. I work as a part-time student to help myself and earn more money for gas and food. If avoiding to ask money from my parents means I need to work as a full-time student, even more than 17 units, then I would take it. I work at College of the Desert in the financial aid department. I basically know and work with students' applications and their disbursements. In my high school years, I was awarded the chance of getting free braces. Out of everyone in Coachella Valley, I won, and that felt like a huge amount of pressure being lifted off my chest. I've been insecure about my teeth, and having to ask for $3,000 isn't easy. I've been very blessed in living here and having the opportunity of having a chance in a career. I want to become a professor in English and pass on the gift of knowledge. There has been days where I think what my life would be if I was still living in Mexico. Who would I be? What would I be doing? I do not regret anything I've done to be here. Things happen for a reason, and for my parents, I am truly grateful.